Hey turtle nerds, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the difference between this pond here that I have with mechanical filtration and biological and whatever. Basically, there's a filter on that pond, and this one right over here, which does not require or have a filter at all, and I have perfectly clear, healthy water. We're going to talk about the reason that I need a big old bog filter in the back, and the reason that this smaller little pond that holds my spotted turtle is perfectly content without any filtration. Before we do that though, I have to go inside and I have some turtles to feed, some of my juvenile terrapins, and some stuff to talk with you guys about. Now, as I get things set up down here, I would like to chat with you folks about a little thing called Patreon. If you guys like what I have going on, well, let me change this camera angle a little. Now, I'm gonna talk about this while I feed the turtles, that way we keep it nice and interesting. So Patreon basically is where I will put behind the scenes content of stuff that I'm doing, turtles that I'm getting before I even get them, turtles available before I post them publicly. You can ask me any questions that you have. It's all kinds of fun stuff over there. It's basically just bonus photos, videos. I tell you guys my plans before I actually do them. I put videos up there a day early, merch, discounts, all kinds of fun stuff. And also you help to support the channel and what I'm doing here and all of this stuff, because this stuff can kind of get expensive, and I'm hoping to turn it into something full-time, and I have some big plans coming soon that I don't think y'all are ready for. So consider heading over there. Also, if you want to help out the channel, also when you click up here, there will be a link to go get some merch, and you can get some pretty cool shirts that I helped to design. Not that I helped to design, I freaking designed them. And I think that you guys will really like that. It's kind of cool. And yeah, that's another way that you guys can help to support the channel. Wow, I was actually able to go through that way more quickly than I thought. These guys are pretty slow at eating, and I'm pretty fast at talking. Now, in the land of the outdoors, let's talk about what's more common, which is actually having a filter on your turtle enclosure. As we know, filters are used in order to make the water clean for your animals. Poor water quality can lead to a whole number of issues in turtles. Therefore, I have a nice big filter up there. I have a skimmer right there that filters out material. I have another filter right over there. And that's because this is a high protein or high nutrient system, I should say. That frog literally, okay, it's actually responding to me. It thinks that it's a call. There's no way that that's a coincidence. Every time I come out here and start speaking, he starts croaking. Anyway, as I was saying, I feed these guys nearly every day. I have a couple koi fish, which make a lot of waste. And even though I have a lot of plants, I still need a filter. If there was no filter or running water on this system, it would get really disgusting really quickly. So that running water helps to filter out the nutrients, and the plants take up the nutrients. Buddy, do you mind? The plants take up the nutrients and whatnot, and the algae helps to take up the nutrients, and then I have this nice crystal clear high quality water. So this system also gets direct sunlight nearly all day. As I grab some food for the turtles, I want to mention that this thing gets full sunlight all day, which definitely contributes to the amount of algae that you will get. So we're going to throw them some pellets right here. There we go, that should be enough. So anyway, because I feed these guys a lot, they produce a lot of waste, and so it needs to keep the water circulating, and I need a filter to uptake all of the nutrients and whatnot, coupled with plenty of water changes, and we have this nice crystal clear and functioning ecosystem. Look at the size of that turtle, and look at the size of that spider. That thing is huge. Look at it sitting on that little lotus leaf. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, so direct sunlight, high nutrients, a high bio load, a lot of fish and a lot of turtles fed fairly often creates a lot of waste that needs to be taken care of. Now, if we look over here, let me pull back this little net that I have here for protection. So this little mini pond that I have right here only houses my little male spotted turtle, Jelly. Oh, I hear a little box turtle coming. Hi, buddy. We're trying to take a thumbnail right now. Let me let little Jelly go. But basically, this ecosystem is its own little world. First off, I have a high volume of water here, considering the number of turtles, which is only one. I think this holds about 20 or 30 gallons of water. Not only that, but it's not in direct sunlight. This gets morning and afternoon sun, so there's not a lot of algae that grows. Second off, I have a lot of plants considering the amount of nutrients in the water, and you see just now we're just starting to get some algae growing here, but this entire season this pond has had no algae, and so I don't need a filter or to keep the water moving, because number one, little Jelly here keeps moving and he stirs up the water nicely. Number two, we have plants to filter out a lot of the nutrients in the water, and possibly the most important two things, I don't feed a lot, it's a low bio load, we have a lot lot of plants for filtration. Oh, and not direct sunlight. The direct sunlight will totally screw you because the water will get really warm and it will also help fuel all of that algae. But because I have plants here that are all growing beautifully and whatnot, and I don't feed them that often, I feed these two probably 3 times a week rather than these guys nearly every day. That all contributes to me not actually needing a filter. Right, little Jelly? And I feed little Jelly inside the enclosure as well. Hi, buddy. Let's throw him some pellets as well. Just toss in a little bit here. And so you see, I don't really feed him that much or that frequently. There's not a lot of nutrients in here. Hi, Mr. Otis. You are covered in dirt, buddy. And see, he's gonna dive in here and try to get some pellets for himself. Come on, bud. And like I said, there's not a lot of nutrients in here, and there's not a lot of animals. There's plenty of plants, and I don't feed them that often, and it's not in direct sunlight. So all of that stuff is just the perfect storm for not really needing like a filter in here. If anything, I would get a little solar powered pump just to keep the water moving, but I'm not really having an issue with mosquito larvae or anything because I think that Jelly takes care of any bugs or things that would come in here. Oh, he does not want to get in the water. All right, I'll throw him a little bit of food for himself. Hi, little Otis. Little Chinese box turtle right there. Hi, buddy. There, he's backing up. He's a little spooked. Young Otis there is finishing up his little snack. I tossed him some of the pellets that fell in here because he doesn't like to really go for a swim fairly often. But yeah, I'm just going to take a look down here. There's really not much stuff that's growing. You see these nice natural roots are looking really good. Check out all the roots growing back there along and in the bricks from this elephant here. That's all filtering this beautifully. So all of those things combined make for this beautiful natural little ecosystem that's like barely any work at all. I would argue this thing is like no work. Like it rocks. So anyway, that's the difference between my filtered and non-filtered little ecosystems. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one.